before we create videos, what all elements go into, what are the important things that go into creating a video. That is something that we will be discussing. So moving ahead at the objectives. Okay, the objectives of this video, of this session, is how to plan and create a content for your video. Very, very important. Very, very important to, to plan the content. Okay. Let me, just sharing a little bit as we go along. I will also be giving certain tips. Okay. One of the things about the difference as such in between creating a video, just a normal video, or a normal video for memory, or a video for say Instagram, or a video for any of the other channels, is, well, anything that we create for memory is we just pull out our cell phone and or the video cam, and we just start what we call it taking those clicking that video. Okay. Now that kind of video is not for YouTube. Okay. That is not for you. At best, it is for, it would be memories. Plus, besides that, what we could do is we could tweak those videos and place them on the social media, but not on YouTube. Okay, that is one thing. It is absolutely a no-no. So a YouTube video needs to be in a more planned way and in a more professional way. Okay. Then we will be talking about some of the useful recording accessories, okay, and which any individual should have. And now these accessories, as such, they don't cost much. They start at a very base level, and of course, upper limit, sky is the limit. That is what it is. And last but not the least, certain important tips on making professional videos. We are all, our concentration on both the sessions, both today as well as tomorrow, is towards the professional angle of a video making. Okay, and that is something which is very, very, very much required for YouTube. Besides this, if there are anything else that you wish to learn, you can always place that in the chat box. I will read that question out and answer it to the best of my ability. Moving ahead, first things first. Okay. Do you have a Google account? I want all yeses, because if there is a no, then you won't be able to upload videos. So how many yeses coming in? Neetaji is a yes, Geeta is yes, Sanjana is yes. Cora is still thinking. She pays extra money to Google, but she doesn't admit that. Mary also says yes. Good to know that. Seema ji, आपके पास Google का account है या Gmail ID है आपके पास? So
सर मेरे पास जीमेल आईडी है.
हाँ, बस तब फिर ठीक है. गुड. फिर उसके साथ आप अपलोड कर पाएंगे जो है. Tejinder ji also says yes. Well, my apologies in between. I will be switching over to Hindi because one of our colleagues here, she requires some explanation in Hindi. Okay, so just allow for that. Okay. Now, a little bit of background about YouTube. We should also know, before delving into anything, a little bit of research, a little bit of background is essential. Google owns YouTube, we all know that, and it is the most powerful video platform. No two ways about that. Okay. The second largest search engine. Okay. First, which is the first position? Anjana, you do a lot of search, so which is the first search engine? Any guesses?
Internet Explorer?
No, the
Chrome.
search engine.
Chrome.
Search engine.
Chrome.
No, search engine. Not
Google search.
Google.
Excellent.
Google.
That's right, Takia. That's right. And Seemaji. Google is the largest search engine, and the second largest search engine is YouTube. Okay, YouTube is the visual side. Besides that, users use YouTube for all sorts of information. Okay, and as a matter of fact, after the popularity of YouTube in certain cases is much more than Google itself. The content, content in the sense that whatever we create, it works for the user or for the account holder for a very long time, till such time we pull it down. Because until and unless we have copyright issues, it's a different thing. If there is copyright issues, we won't be able to post it. But otherwise, if the content is there, it works for a very, very long time. Okay. Besides that, the first thing that we need to come up is, if we wish to be on YouTube, we need to come up with an idea and plan. Okay. Very, very essential. Like I shared, we just don't click a video and upload it on YouTube. No, that is not done. Okay. And if we are doing that, then, we are looking at it from a wrong angle as such. Okay. Now, moving over to in the YouTube also, there are various categories of videos. Okay. So here, what we will be discussing is top 3 categories. Okay. And one fine day, I wish to see all of you as very excellent YouTubers. Okay. And then amongst that followers list, you will find my name also somewhere there. Okay. Subscriber in YouTube, it's subscriber. So you will find my name also there. Okay, now talking about top 3 categories of videos. Okay. First and foremost is product review videos. Okay. Any kind of you wish to buy a fridge, you wish to buy a television, you wish to buy a computer, you wish to buy anything. First things first, what we do is we go into YouTube. Besides doing the search about, the ranking of the product and so on and so forth, once identified, we go to YouTube to see its reviews. Okay. Mainly 2 reasons. Number 1 is the fact that we see it, the visual product as such, the product. So a picture, as they say, is 1,000 words, Similarly, when we see the product in its own self, it gives us a different, it gives us more clarity. Product reviews generally, they promote awareness. They test products to present, okay. Present its qualities and the experience of the user itself. Okay. The second, they are the most viewed. Like I said, it is if you do a search, it will show that a product review videos are the most searched there. Then we come across to DIY. DIY again standing for do it yourself. Okay, AC filter is choked, go on to YouTube. Mixie is not working, go on to YouTube. Want to change a plug, go on to YouTube. Okay. So it is because at that time, there is no help at hand and we wish to do it ourselves. So DIY videos are very, very helpful. This is something which is the DIY videos teach something. Okay. And since they are, they teach, they are made by experts. Okay. When we say experts, doesn't mean academic experts. Okay, you find now, even an auto repair individual or an AC mechanic, they would make a video and place it there. Academically, they might just be, they might be having just a diploma or the relevant experience, but they are experts in that field. And of course, within DIYs also come as how to do. Okay, something like self-assembling or assemblies, those kind of things, and it is a known fact that viewers, they tend to watch these videos rather than read instructions. Most of the products, they come with an instructions manual. Okay, but if given a choice in between reading that instruction manual or watching a video, has more preference and more thing there. Besides that, vlogs. Okay, Cora, which vlogger are you following? You must be following plenty of them. The video loggers. Okay. Here, what they do, they share experiences, thoughts, and ideas with an audience. I am, in between both of us. The lady who makes me complete and me, she follows a lot of these vlogs. Okay, and they are celebrities. Okay, all that they're going to do is, take a walk down the garden and show some plant and, or maybe feed their dogs or, go for a walk and this and that. And, they are vloggers having millions of followers and YouTube is paying them. Okay. So these vloggers, that's of course the celebrity kinds, those who already have a presence either in the cinema or on the smaller screen. They are here on the, in the world of information technology. They are here on YouTube also to engage with their followers. Engagement is something that they're looking for. Besides that, there are certain vloggers who share experiences. Okay. Now, for example, Cora stays in Goa. Okay, and she's been in Goa since so many odd years, explored all over length and breadth of Goa, and she decides to make travel videos. Okay. She decides to make travel videos and becomes a vlogger. All that particular channel will be, will be to travel. That she went there. It not only showing that location, but sharing the experience also. Okay. Location, we can find out, do this, that, but then that experience, what did she experience there, or what she can expect there? That is what vlogs, that is where they are separate. Okay. So these three categories, okay, are very, very popular. Let me tell you something. They are very, very popular. And in business, if we are looking from the business point of view, there is, I would say in these days, there is no business which is not present on YouTube. They have a channel. They promote their products on YouTube itself. Now, moving ahead, with the vloggers, one of the things is that you engage with the audience in a personal fashion. Okay. It's not that professional, you take a tour guide and he says, okay, well, this is the Taj Mahal. It was white and it is, it was built in with marble and this and that and so on and so forth. No, you engage with them in a personal fashion, giving them, the finer points of that particular experience. Now, moving ahead, some of the popular topics as such, which are there. Okay. First and foremost, just like that movie which said, what sells? Entertainment, entertainment, and entertainment. Okay. Entertainment is the topmost. Let me put it this way. Now, Geeta ji is very happy, and Anjana also. Okay. because there is food to talk about. Well, this is not in any serial or in seriatim. It is just that I have listed the points there. Like, gaming again is very popular. Besides that, beauty and fashion. Okay. बहुत ही it's one of the best fields that is there. Music. Okay. And when we're looking at music, it's not just music, it is art as such, anything that pertains to art. Sports is pretty lower down. Science and technology ke bina to ye sab hoga nahi. Okay. This does not happen if there is no science and technology. Within this, I would say, and business, irrespective of product, whatever product you have to be on YouTube. It is always advised to be on YouTube. Besides this, one of the questions that I always get is, there is no, there is no one, you have not mentioned teaching. Okay. One of the things is that teaching is there in each and every subject that is there. Okay. Topic that is there. If you're doing something, when I go over into tips, I would share that aspect also with you. That if you're in, besides even in certain segments of entertainment, it is there is a teaching there. Now, moving ahead, last but not the least, travel. Okay, travel is also very popular there. Now, coming over slightly, this is about some of the background. Okay, but here we are looking at content planning. A very key thing, okay, very crucial to plan your content and the topic. Okay, I'm not talking about the typical management content management principles of who whys and the who's and the how's. You have that three Y's and the how and three W's and the H and so on and so forth. Not talking about that. Just talking about broadly in general. Number one, we have to understand our target audience. Okay. This was something which I, if referring to my session from yesterday. Okay. Because for, the marketing, or rather, for business, YouTube is also marketing. Okay. And in marketing, it begins with the audience, or rather the consumer, and it ends with the consumer. First and foremost, identify your target audience. Okay. And there are insights. Okay. There are insights which are available. Like if we go on to Instagram, okay, and if we go on to the Instagram insights, we will see there, the gender, the age, and so on, so forth. So we have to understand, the basic thing is understand the target audience. Okay. And whichever product that we wish to promote, okay, whom are we promoting it? Is it for cities? Is it for tier 1 towns? Is it for tier 2 towns? Is it for a certain age group? It is that kind of an understanding needs to be arrived at. Secondly, once we have selected the target audience, we also need to understand is that as to what are they searching for. Okay. Yesterday, we again did I don't remember the name of that, but then it was mostly about either writing blogs and all. I gave you a website as to what are people searching for. Go over there, try and find out. All my sessions from technology are interrelated that way. Okay. Use that particular search engine to see what the audience is searching for. Now, when I write this, or when we state this, it this is because based on that, we create our content. Okay. If somebody is searching for an easy way to do a thing, okay, or we find that that is the most popular search there, then we will make a video for that because people are looking for it there. Okay. The third is, again, this is, again, what is your target audience struggling with? Okay. And an important tip here, when we say struggling with, as it is to create content, it is, it is very, it's a kind of, it's an irony also, that if we have to create content, we have to consume content also. Okay. Do a lot of search, do this, do that, and then we come up with the ideas. Okay. Now, when we talk about consuming content, okay, YouTube could be one of them because we want to be there. Okay. In YouTube, we watch the video and then we just leave it. No. We go into the what is called as the comments there and check what people are saying about that product. If there is any audience or rather any viewer which has written that it would have been great if you could include XYZ in your video. Now, that is what is called as one of the starting points. No two individuals are the same. Videos are not turned out in a factory. Everybody thinks differently. Somebody might have skipped something, or you know of a certain thing which is unique. Put that in. Okay. Besides that, whenever planning any content, one of the best ways of success is sequence. Not to plan just one video. That, okay, I have made this video and then that's it. No. Those days are gone. Those were the initial days when YouTube came into existence. Make a sequence. Okay. And when you make a sequence, it's just like, any OTT platform. If we look at it, episode 1, series 1, episode 1. The villain has pulled out his gun and is about to shoot the hero. Whether the hero ducks or not, we will come to see only in the second one. Okay. So something that is what is sequence. And, as soon as the second one is out, we go and view it. Okay. So there is a sequence there. And while planning that content, on that topic, because here we are looking at topic, okay, make it to a point where it is whole also, but then there is still more to come. Okay. So the sequence needs to be there, and it needs to be very, it needs to be logical. Okay. And besides that, what topics are trending. YouTube helps us a lot in this. I will also put up, in the coming slides. No, Anjana, it does not refer to a playlist. It refers to the fact that, okay, let me go over to, tips on, into the tips section, and you will find the relevance of sequence there better. Okay. So, but it's not playlist. Okay, it's not a playlist. Okay, so this was, the ideas. This was only from the ideation point of view. Okay. Moving ahead, once the idea is there, then we need to refine it. Okay, it's not that the idea is there and done. Okay, first refine your topics, refine them, and we can come up with a whole bunch of things. But from that bunch, we have to, as they call it, pull out the needle from the haystack and start working on that. Okay. We start preparing by, by preparing titles, descriptions, tags, and a host of other things, which I will be covering in the next session. Okay. When we create a video, what all elements, technical elements go into that. I will be covering that in detail in the second session. Okay. Again, basic keyword search, very, very essential. Okay. And YouTube has a built-in search. And again, referring to my session from hashtags, hashtag search works in YouTube also. Okay. And hashtags work in YouTube also. Okay. Besides the search, I mean, if search is working, that means hashtags are also working there. First and foremost, create your plan, your outline plan for that entire topic. Okay, not just one video, for the entire topic there. Now, some of just sharing some information here. Limits on video uploads. The first thing is that for every individual, let me share information here. Every individual who has a Google account already has a YouTube channel. Okay. First, you already have a YouTube channel. It's just that we need to start working on it. The duration by default, okay, is 15 minutes for every channel. Okay. The once an account is verified, there is a process for verification, which is very simple. Okay. We will also discuss all these technical aspects. We will discuss in the second session. After that process, what we get is 256 GB, which is huge. Okay. Or 12 hours. That's a lot. That's a lot of video content. Okay. There's a process for verification, which is very easy. I mean, not to worry about that process. The video size, which is greater than 256 GB, in case you are doing something, humongous, they need to be compressed. And even for compressing, there are softwares which are available. I am not going to cover, this particular section, 256 GB, greater than 256 GB. If there are any individuals who plan to do this, you can put that, you can put it in the chat or in the notes, and I will include some reference to that. Okay. Now you will be surprised. The longest video on YouTube is 596 hours. Okay. And perhaps it is by this gentleman. I just checked it a couple of days back. And any guesses? Which is the shortest video? What is the length of the shortest video on YouTube? Any guesses?
5 minutes.
You're much higher, Mary. How about you, Takia? Any guesses about the shortest video on YouTube?
Maybe 20 seconds.
You are halfway there, Geeta.
10 seconds.
That's right.
Seconds.
10 seconds.
That's
10
right.
seconds.
It is 11 seconds, and I just saw it. It's just about a cat, and she twirls her tail, and you won't believe. I read it in a blog. It has 1 million views. Okay. So
What is the 596 hours video based on?
I don't have that much of time to read it. I can't watch I can't watch a movie in one go. 596 hours though is Okay.
So what is a verified account, sir?
Verified, if you see YouTube, there is like a shield. एक tick जैसा होता है, एक shield होता है. There is a process for that. Okay. And any account can be verified. Let me let you know, until and unless you have any kind of negative notings against it, like any copyright issues or those kind of things. I will in the notes I will send you a link which will from where you'll be able to get that.
Thank you.
So now talking about some video recording equipment. Okay. these three are the basics, Camera, nowadays we have the advantage that smartphones have great cameras. Okay. Plus, I mean, besides that, if you really want to become a vlogger and you become successful, there is always chances to upgrade. Okay. And you could go in for a GoPro and those kind of things. Those are really, they cost a decent bit of money. But camera in a smartphone, in a decent smartphone, is good enough. Okay. Next, stands. We are talking about professional video making. We are not talking about just any video making. Okay. Stands come in various sizes, shapes. Okay. And these stands, the most basic one of them that you see is, the tripod on which this circular light is there. Okay. These tripods, they come in various heights. Okay. And nowadays, now that they have come up with tripods within which there is a remote also, that if you place your camera and you click from a distance, you don't have to put the timer, it will click on its own also. Okay. So, and these stands, let me tell you, are many folds. And I will be sharing more information on stands in one of my coming sessions, where I will be covering food photography. Okay. Because that requires a very specific angles. So I'll be covering more about stands over there. Now, some of these stands, like this one, is very short, practically 6 inches. There are stands, which are like a clasp. Okay. And you can just clasp the phone and place it there, place it at any angle. Lights, very important. Okay. The basic light here, okay, is the one that you see here, the ring light. Okay. This is for self. When you are creating a video of yourself, okay, a ring light, very, very essential. Now I will show you the difference, okay, of that if you don't have a ring light, what you would look like, and if you have a ring light, and what a ring light can do. Okay. Watch my face. Abhi aap log mere ko dekhen. Watch me. Okay. How's it? Okay. Now I switched off the ring light.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there is one light here. I mean, it's not that it's absolutely dark. I have another light. If I switch it on, I become absolutely, it's a different thing altogether. Okay. Within a ring light, also there are shades. Okay. Now this is absolutely white, and this is slightly more on the bluish shade, on the orangish shade, and you can also control the intensity. Okay. Very essential, at least a basic, if you're clicking for yourself, okay, is a ring light. And the positioning of the ring light is that, mostly the camera and the ring light, they are more or less in, the ring light surrounds the camera. It is in the sessions of photography, I have also shared that, lights should come, or rather the light, the angle of the light should be, certain angles that you should be using. So those lights, there are certain focus lights also. We will be discussing all that in that session. Besides that, besides lights, okay, there is mics. Okay. Although the cell phone has a very powerful mic, but still it is better to use an external mic. Okay. An external, main reason being that you're not very close to the mic of the phone. Okay. There's a difference when we are speaking. When we are speaking, the distance between the lips or our mouth and the phone is not more than 3 to 4 inches. But when we have placed the camera, the phone in front of us or at a distance and we are speaking, there is that distance is there. So we need a mic, and those mics are pin-up lapel mics. You know, in India, I bought them for my wife. They start at $100 and they deliver a decent result. Okay. You can get them on any online shopping sites or even on when you visit any of the cell phone stores there. Okay.
So how good are the earphone mics?
Earphone mic, when you are using, Geeta, the thing is visually you do not look very nice.
Yeah, but the Bluetooth ones?
Again, you know, Bluetooth, if it is not interfering with any, it is not creating any sound. Okay.
Is it powerful enough?
Oh yes, it is. I'm using this mic. I mean, is there any challenge with my voice at your end?
No, not at all.
Okay, and I'm using this mic. Of course, the only difference is that this is an Apple mic. Okay, and I prefer using it because it's too good. I've used a lot of other ones also, but this one has been the best so far. Okay, and I mean, besides, especially if you are at home, one of the things, when we are at home, lights are fixed. Okay. Even on lights, what happens is an important ingredient here is butter paper. Geeta would be very happy. She has so many of them, you know. Butter paper. If a light is too harsh,
I use them for my ring light.
Yes. If there is any harsh light, okay, use butter paper. And at the same time, you know, all the creative ones, all the creative minds here, use the colored, what you call it, that cellophane. Okay. If you want a particular shade, use that colored cellophane on lights and see the effect of that light. Okay. So these, and let me tell you, besides the camera, which is already there in a cell phone, the rest of them, okay, I'm talking about Indian prices. They would start, you know, a stand, a basic 6 inches or 8 inches stand would start at somewhere around $200 or so, 200 rupees. Okay. And even what we call it a 5-footer stand would cost somewhere around 350 to 400 rupees or maybe 500 rupees. Time permitting, in the next session, I will lay them all out here and show them to you also. Okay. Now, coming over to, you know, video editing. Within video editing, it can be done on a device as well as a computer. Okay. We have shared ample number of apps and you know, both for the device, and there are certain inbuilt softwares within the computer also, which we can use. Besides that, you know, and there are apps which we can use, like I will be doing the session on InShots, okay, which is an app, and you can use that. Mary, you wanted to say something? Okay.
No, sorry.
Okay, well, Narnish. There are apps like InShot and a host of other apps, whichever you wish to use, you can use that. Then there are softwares also. When we go into the higher level, you know, there are softwares also, like Microsoft already has, if you're using a Microsoft a Windows computer, there is a video editing software within the computer. Now, coming over next is making a professional videos. Now, these are all tips, and when you make videos, please use them to the most. Okay. First and foremost, branding. Okay. The introduction itself needs to be branded. If not much, at least your logo needs to be there. The second element to this is attention grabbing intro. when you create before, one of the best ways to make a professional video is, especially your opening and closing lines, try and memorize them. Okay. Not to go word by it, you have to look natural also. Okay. But, and within those, when we say grabbing, attention grabbing intro, it has to be either entertaining, okay, and this is from the viewer's point of view. This is not from the producer's point of view. Okay. It has to be either entertaining, okay, or any kind of a value add that is there for the viewer to watch that video. Or is there a solution for the viewer? Because these three elements, when any individual listens to this in the first 15-20 seconds, they will continue. Okay. Otherwise they tend to drop. Yeah. Short titles and opening credits, we see many videos there on YouTube, where before, it takes a long time for them to start the video itself, to come on to the main thing. No, that is not the thing. There is a statistic that 20% viewers leave within 10 seconds. Okay. So within those 10 seconds, especially in this time of information technology and screens, there is so much to offer, and so many people are offering that they just see, they hear, they don't like it, move on to the next. Okay. One of the things from where you can do your search, I had already spoken about Google Trends in one of my other sessions. There is also in YouTube trending. Okay. Trending topics, if you wish to look up to, it is YouTube trending for local. Okay. This is for the local area that you are in. And popular on YouTube is for the global this thing. Okay. Is on a global level. Besides that, there is Google Trends and there is a Twitter Trends. I've just written a few of them. Okay. Music. Okay. Include some background music. It literally sets the mood, but we have to check for copyrights. Okay. Copyrights is a big thing on YouTube. Any kind of and let me tell you something, share with you something, that if you ever get any kind of a notice, or rather an email from YouTube regarding complaints about copyright, or from any individual also, please act on that. Okay. If we don't act on that, what happens is YouTube suspends the channel. Okay. We don't want to take that risk. And let me share with you, I have known individuals whose channels had been suspended for no fault of theirs. What they did, they created an email ID, and they created the channel, and then they forgot about it also after uploading one video, but it had some copyrighted text over there. YouTube wrote to them, they didn't even bother about it, and then after that they were blocked. And you won't believe, he tried 5 times to open a channel using different email IDs. He couldn't open it. Okay. So best now.
So what is the penalty?
You're blocked. They just block you off.
No. When they give you the notice, you have to make a payment or something.
No, you see, YouTube will not give that any kind of a notice there. What YouTube will do is, I will show that to you also. Firstly, it will not upload. Okay, there's a very fast system by which they check that. Okay, and secondly, most of the copyright issues come from the person who holds the copyright. Okay, say if I hold the copyright for a particular music which you are using, and I have set up my systems that anyone who uses my music, I will come to know about it. I will send you a notice that this is my copyright issue. This is my copyright. You have infringed my copyrights, and then after that, it's a long story then, because either you pay or you, because gone are those days when individuals just seek that credit. That those days are gone now.
So these
So
trending topics, these are links you give in YouTube trending.
yes,
Search them.
you search, you just write on your YouTube trending. I will send you a link for this. Okay, I'll send you links for all these.
Thank you.
Okay. The background music, very essential, and it needs to be in line with what we are doing, with the content. Audible. Okay. Since there is a music also there, we need to set, or rather have our pitch, self pitch in such a way that it should be heard above the music. Okay. Besides that, we need to be concise. Okay. In the sense that what happens is, even when we go into YouTube search, okay, there is a filter there which says that you can search by duration. Okay. So when we go into search by duration, nobody has the time, all the time in the world to do the search. Okay. So one of the ways by which we can, minimize, reduce the length of the video is be concise, use appropriate words, and not go into too much of repetition, because this is a video. We are already showing the product there. Okay. So those kind of reasons, that's what conciseness means. And people have gone on to that extent to use brevity here also, that no hanky-panky kind of stuff, just come straight to the action. Okay. Call to action, very important. I have also mentioned about it on the website, even in the website and other social media accounts also, because we have to convince the viewers to do something. Okay, that's the main idea of uploading a video. The main idea, we have to convince the viewers to do something. We are not sitting there. Okay, if it were one of those what we call it, the street bazaars, we would say, oh, bhai, come here, come to my shop. We are not there to do that. The call to action is there to do that. And the challenge here is that engagement drops off between 2 and 3 minutes. It drops off drastically. Okay, so your call to action should be within this. Ideally, it should be within the 2 or 3 minutes. That's why we see a lot of videos, as they start, they will tell you what they're going to do, and then they come up with the fact that if you have not, please subscribe to my channel, and this, so on and so forth. Okay. Add end screens. Okay. End screens, very essential. I'll be sharing screenshots of all these in my next session. In the sense that if there are any forthcoming videos that are coming, okay, if we have multiple channels, okay, or even a website, okay, what we should be doing is we already have a presence there, and we should use it to promote these. Okay. And like I said, these end screens are something like trailers, you could call it, which are used, or which kind of promote, or rather convince the viewers to come back again. Okay. Design video thumbnails, very, very important. Okay. Thumbnails, and the importance of this, I would share in my next session. Clickable, most of them are clickable. Okay, so we create clickable thumbnails so that anyone, when our video comes up in the search, they just click on that thumbnail and it takes them straight to the to our video there. Then, if we can get that, then it's a great thing, because we've just got a straight hit from Okay. And in the diction, this is also something that we see regularly in most of the videos, is an option for viewers to participate. Okay. One of the things in YouTube, okay, tell me something. I will ask a question here, and I would request some answers. Okay. What is the difference between a YouTube channel and GSU? The session that you are watching, or rather participating in.
There's live participation.
This one is live. YouTube is recorded.
And
Okay.
YouTube, you can just leave your comments in the feedback section, and here we can communicate with you face to face.
Okay.
And the feedbacks are never considered in YouTube. Maybe some of them in the beginning, but later on it's all ignored. Whereas GSU, you get your feedbacks soon. Everything is taken care of.
Okay.
So there's a live connection going on between the viewers and GSU.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
YouTube also has live, doesn't it?
Yes, it has. It has.
But again, most of the questions are ignored, especially when you go into these cooking sessions. You find that there are so many questions and they just pick and choose the ones that favor them, not the ones that are against.
Okay. The first thing, and which was unanimously you all shared, was that here, this is a live session. Okay. And in a live session, there is interaction. Unfortunately, in YouTube, until and unless you are live, there is no scope for interaction. But even in a video, our video, just think of it from that point of view. Our video is working irrespective of the time, irrespective of the area, anywhere, any individual who is there on the internet. Okay, he can see the video. So how do we engage with them? Like asking them for feedback, asking them to ask questions, or ask them questions. Okay. Any kind of an open-ended question. Asking questions is also an art. And who better than Geeta ji would be able to tell me? She's worked in Doordarshan for so long. Asking open-ended questions is also an art. Okay. And feedback, very, very essential. Be open for, feedback. If there is criticism, needs to be taken up very positively. Because someone is telling us our faults without us being audited as such. Okay. And we take that positively and work on that. Okay. So this option for viewers to participate is otherwise, if this is not there, what happens is the video becomes a monologue. It is just someone coming and speaking it out, speaking what they want to say, and what you call it, going back home. That should not be the video. Leave some points for the viewers to connect with you and think about it, and place that at an appropriate mode towards the closure.